Your host Bryce Rouse, alongside me Sam Nemirov. We're looking here tonight for the second game between the crosstown rivalry between the home team, the West Auckland Admirals, taking on the Botany Swarm. Botany Swarm actually took last night's game 4-3. It was a very, very exciting game through and through. Physical, got lots of speed, and skills were on display. What do you reckon of it, Sam?
Yeah, you'd have to say the main story is Matt Kennedy putting up well over 35 saves, and some of them just absolutely game-saving ones. So definitely good to see him in the lobby out here doing his part for NZIHL beforehand, but definitely a stellar game from him. And Peter Stepanek, you can't say enough about the guy. Absolute monster for the Swarm, and picking up 2 points, goal, and an assist. So super productive for him, and great to see how he bounces back in his second game in the NZIHL.
Yeah, the Botany Swarm socials even had a whole highlight reel on Matt Kennedy's 3 amazing saves last night. They were absolutely next level. But how do you think the game's going to start today? I'm not sure if both teams are going to come out and be really physical like they were last game, because, you know, the Admirals going to try stop 3 losses in a row. Swarm want to keep going, get momentum, 2 wins in a row to start the season. So do you reckon we're going to see just smart hockey maybe the first period?
Yeah, I mean, I think both teams have a lot of veteran guys and then a lot of younger guys who can mix it up with the skill. Last night, we obviously saw a lot of that physicality, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the younger skill guys get a bit of a bigger role tonight and just tone down the physicality a little bit. But obviously the Swarm, first game of the season, that's how you want to start it off. Big presence physically, and I think they did just that, and that's why they got the W.
But at least for you guys at home, we're going to have another great matchup here tonight, that is for sure. So what we'll do, we'll take a quick look at last night's highlights, have a look how the teams performed and how they might look tonight. One of the best in the business. As we're underway here in the west side of Auckland. Yeah, it's good chirping these boys before in the summer league before they go back to. Oh, shot on there by Vodanov, scores! Straight off the face-off, a loose puck that Vodanov jumped on and just quickly whizzed that above the glove of Croft, and the Swarm will take a 1-0 lead.
And we can see on the Rock action replay, Hopkinson moving that puck forward, but Vortinov kind of reading that play, jumping forward and getting a quick shot off that just goes right over the shoulder of Croft.
As Simon will have it, he gets reefed there, and Stepanek comes and gets Ollie Hay, I think, and he receives 2 hits there, and Ellis going up to Luke Simon. He out there alongside Hopkinson and Vortinov. He'll be looking to make an impact, and I'm sure he will in the coming years. Own goal there by Taylor Kennedy. Off the skate, and Croft couldn't react fast enough. Swarm up 2-0.
And that looks like Vortinov's second goal of the game, as he's the one who shot it off of Kennedy's skate.
As Riley Smith will have that, gives it low, gets it back. Here's Daig, didn't like the one-time opportunity there, shoots on. It's there, it's a goal!
And looking at the Rock action replay, working it in the corner, looks like Riley Smith with a pass to Daig, who takes a shot, rebound in front, and it's Flynn Hayward-Jones, our new West Auckland Admirals assistant captain. And the West Auckland Admirals really activating their defense here as they've taken the majority of the shots. And it definitely, when you've got the likes of Regan.
And a nifty play there by Sandor to keep that in. Stepanek shot on, straight off the pad, another shot by Atwell, and Stepanek for the 3rd try.
And a beautiful save by Croft as he reaches over with the glove hand well down to rob an almost sure goal.
Stepanek scores! He gets his first goal in his first period for his new team here in New Zealand. And the boys are loving that.
We see on the Rock action replay, a feed from behind the net, and Stepanek just waiting there, loads it up and able to beat Croft short side.
There's a lot of games of hockey are won on the physical side of things, but here comes Moses, one-on-one. Oh, what a save! Wow. Try to go glove side, and Matt Kennedy
flashing the leather.
Oh, look at that.
A la Marty Brodeur out there.
Botany will find a nifty little pass to Hopkinson. Botany will get it back off the skate. Oh, almost got nailed there too.
And
just got out the hit of Taylor Kennedy.
Nice kick pass to Janssen.
For the Admirals, he'll find Haywood Jones. Try to go past McDonald, but got muscled off. Riley Smith with a shot. Oh, good pad save there by Kennedy. Stick two as McLeish will have it. Here's Chamberlain.
Tula saying, nope, you're not going to skate
Sitting
around
pass,
me.
Rebound, another try, scores! Gary McLeish on the third attempt.
As we see on the Rock action replay, a nice tip by Vesper to direct that on goal. And Kennedy didn't look like he knew where it was. So it'll be interesting to see how the Botany Swarm adjusts without him in the lineup.
And the Swarm do clear the zone. Under 10 seconds to go in this power play as Riley Smith showing his set of skills. He puts a shot on too, but nothing troubling for Kennedy. As Andy Hart puts a nice little move there on Marcus McDonald. And here's Chamberlain. He's got the afterburners going. He's shot in front. Pad save there by Kennedy. There's a scramble for it. Looks like it came off the stick of Rooney. Admirals will clear. And they've got a chance here. It's almost a 2-0. Here's Rooney. Shoots and just misses. It might have come off the glove of Kennedy up into the netting.
Yeah, it looks like Kennedy did get a piece.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams are all set. They're taking their respective sides. About to get this game two of the weekend underway here on the west side of Auckland, the city of sails. The Swarm will have Grace Harrison in net tonight. And the West Auckland Admirals will have Bar Bialik.
Yeah, Barbie Alec just coming back from a stint in North America, actually my old state, coming back from playing in Maine on the East Coast. So it'll be interesting to see what he's picked up. He did have one start against the Canterbury Red Devils and looked pretty solid in net. So I'm looking forward to see how he comes out here against the Swarm in a pretty good goaltending matchup. Barbie Alec, Grace Harrison, and the pirate ship here is rocking, so we're just about to get underway.
Yeah, I had a chat with Matt Kennedy a little bit earlier, and I said, how do you feel, bud? And he said, like an old man, he's extremely sore, so he isn't even suited up in gear this evening, as he won't be needed here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. After some of those saves, you can imagine going full post-to-post, stretching all the way across to make some game-saving saves, and I'm sure he got some beers in the locker room afterward. Well deserved for Matt Kennedy.
So we're set to go as Hopkinson's going to go up against Ellis here for the opening draw of this game. Puck comes to the near side. Daigle unable to find anyone as Ryan McDonald is going to come clean up. Gave it to Remy Sandoy, who didn't really have an option to go forward, so he's just given it back. Puck will go to play. Ellis tried to catch it, unable to. Hopkinson, quick shot on. Barbie Alex sees that all the way.
Yeah, and good for Bard to just get that first save of the night, get the glove working and feel the puck. And I'm sure he's going to see many more of those, as it looks like the Swarm like to be going top shelf with most of their shots, especially against these younger goaltenders.
So both lines will stay out there. As Hopkinson just wraps that right around. Thula just keeps that in, does well. And a quick shot on. Bialik had to make a save there. Tula with it, he'll just dump it into the far side. Vordanov coming over to collect it. Puck comes out in the form of Ellis. Here's Daig. A little bit of a jump, tries to go to the backhand, but just loses it.
And there's someone that we didn't see get involved in the offense like we're used to, Justin Daigle.
Here's Daig with a shot and a good save there by Harrison. Backhand, went to the back post, but Riley Smith just unable to get it on net.
And that's what Justin can do when he jumps up in the play there. When we see Justin jump up in the play, he's such an offensive weapon, not only the defensive anchor for this team, but also such an offensive threat. And when he jumps up in the play, as you can see on that backdoor feed there on our Rock action replay, almost converting into a goal in just over the first minute of play. He's definitely someone to watch in this game.
So the Vesper line out there for the Admirals. Quick shot on. Harrison makes a glove save. Yeah, the Admirals unlucky not to be up 1-0 very early in this.
Yeah, and that's something that's pretty characteristic of the Admirals, is getting their defense involved early in the game and getting them involved offensively. And when you've got weapons like Regan, Hayward-Jones, and Daigle on the blue line, why wouldn't you?
As Regan will put that behind the net. Sastroni was chasing, but a Swarm player gets there first. Puck's going to come out of the zone. Henry is first there. Pass almost picked off by Atwell as Sastroni just tries to bang that down, but only as far as Ryor. And Stepanek unable to corral that puck as he would have had a chance there. Here's Kozak, gives it to the point. That's batted down low. Vespa unable to clear there, but Kozak's going to try find Stepanek. Unable to. Pryor with a shot. Bielak had to make a save on that.
And a heavy shot from Pryor, and he has a rocket at the point, and look for the Swarm to utilize that in this game.
As the Admirals are going to finally come away with it. Henry is going to just bat that out and get a change.
And a pretty similar start, Bryce, to what we saw yesterday with the Swarm, getting involved early, getting hard on that forecheck, and they definitely have some big bodies out there, so it's nice to see them use it. I guess the only thing we'll see is, can they stay out of the penalty box?
Yeah, well, a Swarm man is going to the box as we speak. It's going to be Atwell. A couple of minutes for a high stick there, Sam, so early advantage here for the Admirals on the power play.
And the Admirals' power play was looking sharp last game with 3 goals, so look to see them convert here.
Dags at the point, he'll rip one on net, blocked in front by Tula. As Flynn Hayward-Jones will give it up to the point to Ellis. He gets it back, shot on, but blocked by Tula. Here's Smith. Gets it back from Daig. Try to put something on net, but Ryan McDonald in the way of that. Smith again. Tries to find Ollie Hay down low.
And a nice stick by Tula to get in the lane there to prevent that pass from going out in front of the net.
And a redirect there in front, the high slot area by Flynn Hayward-Jones. Puck does get deflected up into the netting.
And as we check the Rock action replay, we can see Daigle here loading up at the point and trying to get that deflection. And Hayward-Jones was dangerous in the front of the net last game, picking up the first goal of the game on a power play and a similar play to that.
So the Vespa line is going to be out there for the Admirals with Gary McLeish playing that forward role once again on the power play and electing Caleb Chamberlain to play as a defenseman.
And a nice escape there from Luke Simon as he's able to bury that down the ice. He's a player that's really come up, young player for the Swarm, who's really come up over the years and is looking really impressive there on the back end.
Yeah, he's got in really good, really fast, has Luke Simon. Going to be a beast of a player in a couple of seasons, I'd imagine.
Absolutely, already is.
As Dalmatau will clear that for the time being.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see Dalmatau out there, a player who's really known for his offensive skill, but out there killing penalties, so that just shows the type of trust that the coaching staff has in him.
As Andy Hart breaks the zone with a bit of feeder, centering pass. Oh, it looked like it almost went in. It did not, though.
And that looked like it was just off the post.
Regan with a shot. McLeish tried to get a redirect. Sandoy's there. He'll clear it for the time being. So a couple of close chances here for the Admirals early on.
Yeah, and you can see that they practice a lot on their power play with both units because they look especially dangerous out there when they have that extra man.
And as Regan likes to do, loves to turn on the gas and go for a skate.
Yeah, not afraid to go end-to-end is Alex Regan.
There's Ellis. Penalty minutes are about to expire. Ellis will get it back. Gives it to the point. There's Regan. Taylor Kennedy. Shot on. Redirect in front. Off the post. Another try. And Grace will cover that up.
So 2 posts for the Admirals in that power play. They've got to be thinking, what do they have to do? We see in the Rock action replay here. Just feeding it out in front and hitting the post. So the Admirals a bit of tough luck when it comes to facing the goaltenders. They run into a red-hot Matt Kennedy the first game, and now 3 posts, it seems, in the first opening 5 minutes.
As Kozak's going to get that puck out. Back to even strength as Stepanek's on the heels of Taylor Kennedy. Tula was pinching in. Atwell with a shot, but off the leg of Taylor Kennedy.
And there's a speedster of Chamberlain, just not able to get to that puck, but he's looking for a breakaway.
As Atwell's pass just to Kozak was just a little bit off. Here's Caleb Chamberlain, quick shot on, blocked by Ryan McDonald. Oh no, he almost gave it to the offenceman for the Admirals. Rooney was lurking in the slot area. Didn't really expect that to come to him. He tried to get something on net, but wasn't able to.
And it looks like Grace Harrison was kind of caught in two minds there, whether to come out and challenge at her to sit back. It's a little extracurriculars after the whistle there, but doesn't look like anything's going to come of it, Bryce. I think both these teams have learned their lesson. Stay out of the box because, you know, that hurt them last game. As we see here on the Rock action replay, that puck loose in the slot and just no one able to get to it, and a good stick by McDonald there to prevent Rooney from capitalizing on a chance right in front.
So we're back underway. Hopkinson's going to pass that out. He's got Vordanov here. He's got a couple of men on him, so he's just going to go to the corner around the back of the net.
And Vordanov with 2 goals last game, so look to see him get a couple more this one.
As Dixon will try go down the left wing, he'll just put that in deep for Moses to try get to, which he does, but falls. Blocked by the Zamboni door.
That ice by the Zamboni door is always giving problems.
And here comes Johnson. He's got some pace and some skill. Quick shot on, misses everything entirely.
And it looks like we have the younger brother defense line out there with Sebastian Chamberlain and Nash Hayward-Jones. Sebastian Chamberlain, younger brother to Caleb, and Nash Hayward-Jones, younger brother to assistant captain Flynn Hayward-Jones. So definitely a family affair here for the Admirals.
And here's Smith with a bit of speed down that right wing. Look at him go. Quick shot on. Glove save there. Looked by Harrison. As Ryan McDonald's going to skate this out. Whitson Lee's here on the near side. He's rubbed out there on the boards by Dave. Flynn Hayward-Jones try to find Smith, but that's in between his legs. He's going to beat out the icing too, Will Smith.
An absolute speedster is Riley Smith.
Still with the puck in his hand, try to get a backhand shot off. Didn't really get too much on it though. A couple of Swarm players will get a change. As Dake just puts it up the boards to Henry. Maybe should have gone far side where Ellis was actually, Flynn Hayward-Jones would have been skating onto the puck, but that's all right.
Yeah, and we can see here just Justin Daigle taking the angle and bodying up. But good job for Winston Lee to push the puck deep into the zone, because when you're coming one-on-one against a defender, you just want to get that puck deep.
As Stepanek was unable to get that past Regan, could have been away here on the near side. Kozak with it, nice little source pass over to Atwell, he'll shoot and miss wide. Kozak bangs it in.
So the check line for the Swarm, who had a lot of success last game with Stepanek and Kozak, 2 big bodies, with also scoring touches, it seems.
As Fryor will have the puck on his stick. Him and Tula working pretty well there on the defensive. Tula almost left it behind. Could have been dangerous there. As Andy Hart was lurking, Stepanek will just try dump that in, get something on. And Bialik will have to cover that up and get a whistle.
And it's nice to see Fryer here getting a little bit more time on the defensive end. I think he played a really solid game, and he's definitely one of the defensemen who likes to have an offensive presence. And nice to see him out here getting some serious time, and I think he's going to do real well for the Swarm.
Yeah, he's definitely a talented player.
And an absolute cannon of a shot.
And Reed Cole's actually playing for the Botany Swarm here this evening as well. But Hart's going to come the other way. Nothing really doing, as Luke Simon could read that very well. Here's Marcus Dalmatau, 16-year-old phenom.
Yeah, Marcus McDonald, 16 years old and playing with grown men.
And here's Caleb Chamberlain, probably one of the fastest skaters in the league.
Yeah, just a little bit too fast there as the puck hits a wet spot and it just loses it.
As Koptev tried to get a backhand attempt on the goal. Sandoy's Eel banging off the boards. Koptev unable to get something on that. But Marcus McDonald's going to just dump that in and receives a hit from Taylor Kennedy.
And Taylor Kennedy not taking age as any excuse there to lay a big head on Marcus McDonald.
And Rooney tried to find someone in center ice, but only finds the stick of a Swarm player. Up ice pass to Vordanov. He'll give it to Hopkinson. These two pairing up really well. Vordanov with a shot pad save there by Bialik.
Yeah, just turns that away nicely. Bialik giving up a rebound but positioning it into the corner. Real nice for him. And he's looked solid here, Bryce.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Jonsson's going to have to go off with a broken stick, so Admirals will gain possession. Oh, no. Taylor's put that in.
And a great poke check for that abandoned stick there. He plays better defense than us.
Well, yeah, he can leave a stick out there. We're pretty much just a pylon, so. Yeah. As Dixon's going to come the other way. He's got Ben Taylor in the middle. Couldn't get a pass off, though, as Tula met him halfway.
Yeah.
Damatel centering pass. Didn't get past Nash Hayward-Jones, though.
Tula quick to step up and making the right call there, taking away the body and not giving him the option to get a pass and make it a 2-on-1.
As Sandoy will just try to slow things down a little bit. Get some players in motion. Damatel bangs it off the boards. Kozak was skating hard. Well, he's a dangerous player, is Andre Kozak. Plays for the Ice Blacks now too, after being here for a few years and getting residency. Here's the panic. Oh, couldn't get a shot off cleanly.
It looked like it was blocked by his own man, Winston Lee.
Sandoy with a shot. Bialik didn't know about it. Came off his chest though. Kozak's trying to find someone, unable to.
And what a big, heavy line here for the Swarm with Atwell, Stepanek, and Kozak. Two beasts of humans with also a lot of skill. And you got to think, if you're a young defenseman, that's not what you want to see.
And Stepanek's going to have it behind the net. Try to find a centering pass. He does to Kozak. He scores! Oh! Andre Kozak with a lovely centering pass from Stepanek, and he bangs that home to give Swarm a 1-0 lead.
As we can see here in the Rock action replay, some good cycling with those big bodies, and Stepanek just able to feed it out in front to Kozak. And a great goal by Kozak, and an even better Selly as he almost goes rear over tea kettle on center ice to boot.
Yeah, I was having a quick chat with Andre before the game too, and I said, mate, you must love playing with a guy from your country who's actually, in my opinion, better than you. And he says, oh, it's amazing, I love it. And he just looks so ecstatic about playing with a guy from his home country. So, yeah, good things are going to happen for that line this season, I would imagine, for the Swarm.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've already converted a number of times, and I wouldn't be surprised if they can put a couple more up on the board here as the game goes on. As
Vordanov's going to skate this out of the zone. He's got the speed of Jonsson. He'll try to gain the zone, but there's offside on the players. I think Jonsson was just over the blue line before he brought the puck over.
And I just want to go back to the size difference here. It looks like the Botany Swarm, especially with the arrival of Stepanek, definitely have matched up these big bodies, and with that check line are able to get a really deep cycle going where it's almost impossible to get the puck off them, and they can just move it around until they get a shot they like.
As Sestroni will try whip a wrister past Harrison, but she sees that easily for a glove save.
Yeah, I think nothing's getting past Harrison at that distance. You're going to have to get up close, maybe get a rebound, because she is just lights out when she can see that puck.
As Hopkinson will go to work against Vespa. Jonsson trying to come and clean up, but Luke Simon, nice little punch to come take the puck. He's full up there into the zone as well. Good to see a defenseman getting right ahead of the play. Oh, nice bat out of midair from Jonsson, but it was a high stick, unfortunately.
Yeah, great hand-eye there from Jonsson, but unfortunately just above his shoulder, above the crossbar, so that's going to get called out of the Admiral zone, and we'll get a face-off for a high stick.
So 8:45 to go here in the opening frame of this matchup. It's been pretty good so far. Speed and skill once again on display. Probably not as physical as the first period of last night's game, but I'm sure that is about to heat up anytime soon.
Yeah, well, all these guys have work tomorrow, so the last thing you want to do is be going in injured.
As Damatel receives a nice hit there from Andy Hart. And Whitson Lee comes and throws a hit on Hart as well.
Yeah, and you love to see that Winston Lee sticking up for his younger teammate.
Absolutely.
Dalmatau, definitely a skill player, but sometimes that can translate into putting yourself in vulnerable positions, as we saw there.
And looks like someone's coming to the box here. I think it's going to be, I think it might be both of them. It'll be Hart and Sandoy for a few hugs off the play.
Yeah, so we'll get matching penalties. You can see here Dalmatau just get caught with his head down and receives a nice body from Hart. And a nice clean hit going in there, shoulder to shoulder. But I think just a little bit of extracurriculars afterwards, and that's why we receive matching penalties there.
I don't mind seeing a guy from each team in the box, you know, get some 4-on-4 hockey going. Always creates a bit more space, and then you get to see the speedsters on display.
Yeah, mix it up and look for Justin Daigle there. Now that he's got a bit more room out to skate, look at him to turn the wheels on and maybe go for a coast-to-coast opportunity.
They are up against the star-studded second line here for the Swarm. And they're actually electing Kozak to sit for that line, as Atwell is playing center role.
So maybe they see something there with Atwell and his face-off ability.
Here's Ryan McDonald trying to get a shot off Stepanek with it. Centering pass with an absolute rocket of a centering feed. As Tula was harassed there at center ice by Ben Taylor. Puck here on the near side for Kozak. He'll just dump that in.
Yeah, and some good possession there for the Swarm, as it didn't look like the Admirals were able to get anything going at all.
As the net has come off, so we will get a whistle on the play. So Kozak is out there now, so I think they're mixing the lines up a little bit.
And it looks like Reed Cole was looking back over his shoulder in disbelief, as he thought that he was about to get called for a trip on Justin Daigle, but in fact the net was just off, so no harm, no foul, and we'll get a face-off in the offensive zone.
So it'll be Cole versus Ellis, as Ellis wins that. Regan with it. Smith's just slowing it down. Gives it over to McLeish. He gives it up to Ellis. Nice control there from Fraser Ellis.
Yeah, nice job picking that puck up by Ellis, as he kind of had to spin around.
And McLeish just keeping that in, but Pryor is going to take that out for the Swarm. Kozak's going to jump on it, try to go for a skate. Gets away from Regan for the time being. Here's Reed Cole, try to find Pryor, who was going to the net.
And I like that decision by the Swarm to take Pryor out there. He's a great skater and a great shooter, so I think 4-on-4 really lends well to his game.
As McLeish will just put that in and give a bit of chase. He's actually looking like he's 25 again as Gary McLeish these days.
Aging backwards. Looks like he shed some weight with the beard being trimmed a little bit, so a couple kilos.
As Ryo will find nice pass to Jonsson. Oh no, there's a whistle on the play. Apparently.
Yeah, it looks like it was just offside, but a nice idea from Pryor trying to spring them 2-on-2. As we can see here on the Rock action replay, Reed Cole just trying to find Pryor out in front, but that puck just jumping along the ice, unable to hit his blade.
So Vesper against Hopkinson again. Vesper gets the best of that one.
And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here as both players exit the penalty bins.
Swarm getting some nice tape-to-tape passes going. Jonsson tried to get past Taylor Kennedy, but Taylor Kennedy just got enough on that to break up that play. I love how also Stefan Tola can pinch and just read the play so well and pick off some passes.
Yeah, great IQ there from Tula.
See him do that all game long in the BHL. Oh, Jonsson tried a couple of moves. He's still got it. Here's Hopkinson, shoots, pad save. Another rebound attempt there by Jonsson. Another good pad save there from Bialik.
Jonsson with the hands.
As Ryan McDonald gets a shot off, but the puck's going to come out. Henry's given chase. Ryan McDonald's there. It's a delayed call, so Harrison is on the bench. 6 skaters out there for the Swarm.
And McDonald had to be careful there not to bobble it in front of the net, because it was a delayed penalty, but if he shoots it into his own net, that's still a good goal.
So Taylor Kennedy's going to sit for a couple of minutes here. Get the call from the ref in a second. going to be holding.
So that's what happens when you have so much speed. The Botany Swarm forechecking really hard is you kind of get caught on the back foot, and Taylor Kennedy there maybe just getting caught on the back foot and going for the hold, and that gets caught. And now the Botany Swarm will have a chance to see how their power play does.
As Atwell wins that, Stepanek will find Sandoy. Sandoy will just have to backhand that in deep. Atwell was lurking, but it's come up to Kozak's stick. Looking for some options. Try to find Stepanek, but a good stick in the lane there from Flynn Haywood-Jones.
Yeah, and it looks like the Botany Swarm has see Chamberlain on a hard forecheck take him down. Kind of a rugby play.
Yeah, good work by the youngster there. As Ryan McDonald's going to come the other way. He's got a little bit of speed going. He's got some options. Good play there from Daigle just to knock him off balance a bit.
And you can see Chamberlain there, just the hustle and the wheels on this kid is unreal, able to take it down all the way on a penalty kill and then back check all the way to break up that play. That's a great penalty kill, and I'm sure he's going to get some taps on the bench for that.
As Jonsson unable to corral that, but lucky he did get the bounce. Vodanov will bang it in deep. Hopkinson giving chase. McLeish will bang that around. Puck does come out of the zone. As Sandoy will just put it in deep as well. Sandoy will get there too. Knocks over McLeish as it's going to be a cross check though. So Sandoy is going to sit for 2 minutes for a cross check on McLeish.
Yeah, and it didn't look like it was purposeful, but just kind of falling on top of him with his stick out was Sandoy.
So we'll be 4-on-4 for 37 seconds. So it will be a face-off in the Swarm defensive zone.
And we'll look to see if the Admirals can even the score up here.
Vespa try to knock it back, but Hopkinson will give it up to Vodanov. He'll just put it in deep. Pryor giving chase. Pryor, a good hit there on Sestroni. Sestroni actually expecting his first child in July, so congrats to him. As Dago have it and finds Vespa. Centering pass, it's in front. It's bouncing around a bit, but Harrison finally jumps on that and gets a whistle.
Yeah, Harrison able to track that puck. But I think that's what the Admirals need to do, you know, get up close, get it in the slot, and look for some of those rebounds, because if you try to beat Harrison, you know, glove or beat her clean, it's very difficult, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that.
So it'll be Smith versus Dalmatau here. No one really winning that. As Dalmatau will clear it down. Flynn Haywood-Jones here to tidy up.
And we'll see the Admirals here go on the power play for just over a minute as they look to settle things down.
So Flynn Haywood-Jones will have it on this near side. He's got Ollie Hay there, haven't seen too much of him yet. Here's Ellis. Flynn Haywood-Jones with a quick shot on, hits someone in front. Daigle with a slap shot, but he misses everything there.
Yeah, just wide from Daigle, and that puck hopping over the stick.
Here's Smith. Gives it over to Ollie Hay. He'll give it back up to Smith at the point. Try to go through. Dalmatau hits the skate, does retain possession. Whitson Lee will clear it out. And Daig showing that he's got pretty good skills for a defenseman.
Yeah, he's still got it. He's one of their best offensive weapons. But a little quiet in last game, so look to see him ratchet it up and maybe get on the score sheet.
Here's Smith. He's got Ellis. Ellis shoots, and a nice glove stop there by Harrison.
Yeah, and Harrison, maybe she was watching Kennedy's game last night, because she is just on point. No rebounds. As we see here on the Rock action replay, Riley acting as that top man, giving it up to Ellis, and a great shot, but good snag by Harrison to deny any rebound.
So Admirals with possession. Here's Caleb Chamberlain in that defensive role when they're on the power play. Try to find a one-time pass to Vespa, but he just fanned on it. Time winding down on the penalty. As McLeish will put it back there for Caleb Chamberlain. Sandoy out the box.
So good to see McLeish back.
As the Swarm will clear that, and Sandoy will go off for Voronov, as there's already 2 defensemen out there for the Swarm.
As we come to just a minute 30 left in the first, pretty even match with both sides opening up.
As Chamberlain receives a good hit there by Pryor. 2 under 21 players colliding. As Hopkinson just backhand that one in deep. Receives a hit for his troubles there from Hart. As Regan, like we saw yesterday, just going down that left wing constantly. They got to know he's probably looking to go behind the net. Receives a hit and still stayed on his feet, did Regan.
Yeah, you got to think what's it going to take to knock Alec Regan off the puck.
As Luke Simon will have it here for the Swarm. Leaves it behind for a second. He's got Smith on him. There's Ellis. He shoots one on, but Harrison sees that all the way.
Yeah, and great rebound control by Harrison, not giving up any rebounds and offering any second chances up front. And that's been real crucial here on the penalty kill as well, as they have been down a man. As we can see Pryor in that rock action replay, just throwing his weight around.
As Ryan McDonough will flick that one up, went high, didn't hit the roof though. Taylor Kennedy had to get that out. Looks like the puck might have come out. It has. So we will get offside on the play.
Yeah, an awkward bouncer for Kennedy to handle, but he did well just to kind of corral it with a streaking Stepanek coming down right at him. That's probably the last player in this game that you want to see coming down right at you as you're looking down at the puck trying to settle it.
Absolutely. So Atwell against Ellis. Seen this a number of times over the years. As McDonough will rip one, hits the glass behind. Kozak tried to find a centering pass. No one was there though. Looks like we're going to get a penalty on the play against Taylor Kennedy for tripping. It's going to be his second one of the first period.
Yeah, Kozak slow to get up there.
So the Swarm on the power play with 18.5 seconds to go in the first period.
And it's interesting, you'll see the coach of the Swarm come back with the full check line again, so not even adding anybody different onto the power play.
Stepanek with a wrist shot, scores! Peter Stepanek with a nice wrist shot there from the blue line, beats the traffic and puts it past Bielik.
Yeah, we can see here on the rock action replay a key win by Atwell just to kick it back with his feet to Stepanek, who pretty much from the blue line just rockets it in, and I don't think that deflected at all. I think that just beat Bar clean. So a key face-off win by Atwell, some good footwork to kick it back, an even better shot by Stepanek, and we've got ourselves a 2-0 game with 12 seconds left in the first.
Well, what has been a pretty even period so far, Swarm find themselves 2 goals up. They are passing the puck really well today.
And a pretty similar first period if you really think about it from last game, with both sides getting heaps of chances, but just some great goaltending by the Swarm, keeping it a 2-0 game for the Botany Swarm and the West Auckland Admirals.
Yeah, very exciting first period once again here in the west side of Auckland. Admirals definitely still in this game. Definitely wouldn't count them out just yet. It's still very early on in this encounter, so they just got to get things going, get more shots on goal. They should be back.
Absolutely, and I don't think the Admirals really have to change anything. Maybe tidy it up a little bit in front of their own net, but they're getting shots on goal. They've hit 2 posts, so they're getting pretty unlucky. I say just keep it up. Keep going for those slot chances, because with Grace Harrison in net, you're not going to beat her clean. You're going to need a couple dirty ones. And I think we'll look for the Admirals to really establish a good net front presence coming into the second.
Absolutely. Well, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself a tasty beverage. We'll be back very shortly for some period 2 action.
Kia ora everyone, welcome back to our second period here at Avondale at the Pirate Ship. I'm here with Bryce, a commentator. Bryce, an exciting first period with some really good opportunities at both ends, but I think the big difference was Grace Harrison in goal, denying the Admirals on multiple opportunities and keeping this a 2-0 game.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been phenomenal so far, but also have some of the forwards for the Botany Swarm. Peter Stepanek, you know, coming over from Czech Republic, Swarm's new import, so he's looking really, really good so far. The Botany Swarm are passing really well together. They know where each other are going to be skating into, so they're just putting the puck into play for those guys to skate onto really well.
Yeah, and you can really see the chemistry coming on in that Czech line with Kozak, Stepanek, and then Atwell. And you can see the trust that the coach has, because on that power play, the coach just left that line out there, and Peter Stepanek wasted no time getting a point and scoring a goal. So look to see them continue to be really dominant here. But we'll send it down to the ice now as we have our Admirals just about to make their way out. Probably a couple more words from the coach. And Bryce, I don't think the Admirals really need to change too much here, as they generated a lot of good opportunities. And we'll look to see if they can get a little more puck luck here in the second and convert on a couple.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just going to keep doing what they've been doing in this first period, because I'm sure if they do that, they're definitely going to get a couple of goals, but they obviously just need to stop the Swarm from getting any. That's probably going to be the main thing, because I think the Swarm are also going to score more goals, so they just need to try, obviously, how you win a game, stop goals and score goals.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if this game ends on a 2-0 score. And folks, if you're watching at home, we strongly recommend that you come down here and watch it in person, because as we were saying yesterday, it's great to watch it on the live stream, but with ice hockey, when you watch it in person, it's a completely different experience. So if you haven't been to a live ice hockey game, I definitely urge you, come down and check it out. You will not be disappointed.
Absolutely. It's definitely a little bit easier watching on the stream than the NHL. I remember watching a couple of times with a few friends that don't really know much about ice hockey, and they're kind of like, I just lose the puck all the time. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of got to know where they're going to be passing to and whatnot. But
yeah, definitely. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but one of the fastest games out there, one of the most entertaining, and definitely you can see why it's becoming so much more popular here in New Zealand.
That's true, and Admiral's only got 4 skaters out there, so Ollie Hayes is going to get out there. So it's going to be Hopkinson versus Ellis. Just batted to the near side by Hopkinson, as Ryan McDonald just missed the puck. And Hopkinson will wrap that around, try to get it out, but Daigle keeps it in. Vordanov unable to clear.
Good job by Hayward Jones there just to keep that puck in.
As Hopkinson fluffs on the exit attempt. And that one in between the legs of Vordanov, unable to control that, as Daigle runs into the ref, and him and Vordanov take a tumble. The ref wins that one.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to see when you're a ref, is 2 players coming at you.
Even better when you see them both fall down once they hit you, though.
Yeah.
As Ollie Hay put on a hit on Atwell, and Atwell responded with probably a cross-check, I would imagine.
Yeah,
so he's going to go to the box.
Looks like we'll see a retaliatory penalty here.
It's going to be slashing.
And that's the thing. If they don't pick up the first penalty, they'll definitely pick up the second. So if you retaliate, the chances of you getting called is pretty high. We'll see a slashing call here on Atwell. And that's just part of Atwell's game. He's a big physical presence out there and likes to mix it up. But unfortunately, sometimes that does get called, and this is one of those occasions.
So Admirals are going to be on the power play, looking to try half this lead.
And it looks like the Admirals will start their second power play unit with Vesper at center and Chamberlain as the trigger man up on the point.
And Chamberlain unable to control that cleanly, so the puck does come out. So he's going to have to track all the way back. As Vesper gives it to Hart. Looked like a good stick from Tula, who now has it back. Here's Whitson Lee. He'll just bang that softly on net. As Alex Regan's going to go for a skate here. Elects to give it to Vesper though. Vesper just leaves it on for Regan. No real pressure in the corner from the Swarm defenseman. Puck's going to bounce out of the zone as Hart was unable to control the bouncing puck.
Yeah, Regan just trying to find Hart there, maybe for the one-timer, but it looks like it just skips over his stick.
So good penalty kill so far for the Swarm, but Regan's going to have something to say about it. He had Ollie Hay going to the net, but was unable to get a pass off. Here's Smith. Puts a quick shot on. A rebound attempt there by Ellis. Couldn't get a nice backhand on it, so the puck's going to come out.
Yeah, and it looks like that's what the Admirals are going to have to do to solve this Swarm here, to solve Grace Harrison, is just get one of those rebounds, catch her out of position.
As Riley Smith takes a slap shot there, misses everything. Hopkinson comes and tidies up and clears that all the way down. 35 seconds remaining on the penalty. As Ollie Hay will just leave that on for Ellis, who leaves it for Daig as well. Ellis gets it back, tries to go around Ryan McDonald. Up to the point is Smith.
Some good movement here for the Admirals.
Ellis to Daig. Daig with a shot, blocked in front by Johnson. Another shot there from Daig, a rebound attempt from Smith. Harrison making a couple of good stops there. And here comes Hopkinson. I've seen what he can do on a breakaway. Here he goes. Backhand forehand. Oh, Bielik does so well and stops a streaking Hopkinson. I'm sure he'd want that one back. Looked like a pretty decent attempt there, though.
And we see here on the Rock action replay, the puck just getting away from Ellis. Streaking down is Hopkinson and going backhand, forehand, but it looks like he just loses control of it. But a great save by Bielik to keep this game in reach, because that's the last thing you want to do coming off a power play, is give up a goal and give that momentum back to the team that just killed off the penalty.
Oh, Stepanek, a quick shot blocked in front, tries to get another shot off. Bielik has a goal! Looks like it took a wicked deflection and just went up and over Bielik, who didn't have enough time to react.
Yeah, and I think there's a bit of discussion here if that was a high stick or not, as it was an awkward high one. And it looks like Atwell might have gotten his stick on that.
Yeah, I think if he didn't touch it, it wouldn't be a high stick, but even if he impedes with the goalie, it would have been a high stick, so.
But it looks like we've got a face-off here at center ice. As Captain Justin Daigle trying to explain to the refs what he saw, but it's very difficult. Atwell's stick definitely came up there, but if he made contact, that's a high stick. But if he didn't, then we've got a good goal. So a really difficult one for Bielik to handle there. That's probably not something you practice all that often in practice.
And it's very hard to see if Atwell did touch it. We'll have another close look here. Oh, it's too close to see. So I think you're probably going to have to stick with the on-ice decision of a goal. And it will be a good goal. So the Swarm take a 3-0 lead here in the second period, which is going to be a extremely hard comeback now for the Admirals. They're going to have to really pull something out of the bag. Looks like they might start getting physical, as Taylor Kennedy actually tried to hit Pryor but collided with Vesper. And Stepanek making a good nuisance of himself. The big unit, centering pass, a shot on. Oh, and Kozak couldn't put it home as Bielik pounces on it.
Yeah, diving Bielik to cover that one, which was a good option because there were a lot of guys in front. As you can see here, Stepanek just being an absolute nuisance behind the net. It looks like no one can take the puck off of him.
And a quick shot off the face-off, and a goal! Dalmatau claiming it. Have to see a replay exactly what happened, but it's 4-0 to the Botany Swarm.
As we see here on the Rock action replay, it looks like a win for Dalmatau.
Looks like Max Hill got the last touch of the puck as he...
Yeah, it looks like a good battle by Max Hill and a bit of a spinorama shot that jumps over the right pad of Barbialek into the goal. So a tough break for Barbialek there, as we will see a goalie change. Will we? No change in goal. Maybe just some repairs there for Barbialek, or maybe a couple words from the coach. And a bit of a tough break there, Bryce, for Barbialek after that great breakaway save there on Hopkinson. He kind of finds himself with 2 awkward goals let in.
And unfortunate offside play as Whitsunley left it there for Dalmatau, but it just did come out of the zone. So the Swarm now in full command here.
Yeah.
Looking to go 2 wins to start the season. As Flynn Hayward-Jones missed his man and it only goes down to Sandoy. Swarm looking really crafty here lately.
Yeah, and the high skill line out here for the Swarm right now in Max Hill, Dalmatau, and Winston Lee.
As Smith will just have to bang that around. He doesn't really had any options as Ryan McDonald actually pinched and almost got the puck off Ollie Hay, who will come down this near side. Gets past Ryan McDonald. Here's Ollie Hay, centering pass, and a good stick in the lane by Tula and breaks up the play.
Yeah, nice move by Hay just to get into the zone and try and feed that puck across.
And they do get the puck out. Ryan McDonald's just going to dump that in. So Gary McLeish will have the puck on his stick. He'll lead it on for Dake, who's got a little bit of time and space here. Nice pass up to Riley Smith. He's got Henry crashing the net. Tries to slow it down a bit. Puck has gone outside. So everyone's going to have to touch up there for the Admirals.
Yeah, maybe a bit of indecision there from Riley Smith when he probably should have just gotten it deep. Kind of in 2 minds at the blue line and just coughs it up.
Here's Sestroni. Shot on, and Harrison sees that one all the way.
And again, no rebound from Harrison as she makes light work of that shot from Sestrone. As we can see on the Rock action replay, just the way that Harrison's able to angle herself towards the shooter, she leaves no room for that puck to go in. And that's a reason why it's 4-0 here.
So you'd have to say the Admirals are going to have to be the next team to score if they want to get back into this game. They could do so with Regan. Finds Sestroni. Couldn't get a shot off, though, as Vordanov was tracking back nicely.
Yeah, nice defensive play from Vordanov there to deny a scoring chance from Sestrone.
And here's Regan once again with a tough angle shot. Try to find a centering pass, but it goes up to McLeish, who rips one on net, and Harrison sees that one all the way. No rebound once again.
And a great rebound control by Harrison as you had Vesper on the doorstep there. As we see, looks like McLeish letting that one go from the top of the zone, but no rebound from Harrison, and we've got a 4-0 game here with about even shots in the second.
Face-off won nicely there by Atwell. Knocked it back for Sandoy. There's Kozak. Pass just in front of the stick of Atwell, though, so Tula's going to have to clean this one up at the back there for the Swarm. Finds Kozak. He's got Stepanek skating, but Atwell's over there on the right wing with a bit of speed. Faked on the brakes. Receives a hit there from Nash Hayward-Jones.
So Nash Hayward-Jones, younger brother to Flynn Hayward-Jones, getting involved in his debut season in the NZIHL.
Here's Stepanek, Mr. Dangerous. Tried to find a centering pass, but it was either Mason Kennedy or Caleb Chamberlain with a good stick in the lane. And Sandoy will turn and burn away from Moses. Nice and calm there from Kozak, but missed the pass to Tula on the other side. Here's Moses. Couldn't get a shot off.
Yeah, an unlucky bounce there off the linesman goes right to Moses, but he's unable to get a shot off.
Looks like the Swarm have changed up their tactic a little bit and kind of gone defense first before attack. But I'm sure they will try to get stuck in when they are down there.
Yeah, it's a 4-0 lead. You know, why would you need to get a couple more points up there? Swarm just content to sit back and play a smart defensive game here.
As Moses will try to go around Thula, but he's rubbed out there on the boards. As Hart collides with Whitson Lee. Whitson Lee will get out of the zone here for the Swarm. As Hart will go the other way, try to find Moses, but that was behind him.
And I think that's the main difference in the Swarm right now. We see them effortlessly able to break the puck out and then going hard on the forecheck. And it just seems like the Admirals are a bit step slower.
Here comes Daigle. He's got Raior back checking him. Raior does extremely well there. Dag looking for a penalty, but nothing doing. And Balak's just going to cover that one up. Doesn't want any more trouble as Ellis will throw a little late push on Whitson Lee, who was giving him a bit of a hard time after the whistle.
Yeah, great back check there by Raior, going down offensively to generate an opportunity and then able to come back against one of the fastest skaters in the league in Justin Daigle and able to take away his scoring chance. So it's no surprise to see Raior getting a bit more responsibility and a bit more trust here in the second game.
Yeah, I've spoken with Kobe Raior a couple of times. He's absolutely loving his time here in New Zealand.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
So if there's any other Canadians out there that want to come for a holiday here, it's probably pretty expensive to bring your gear over, but I'm sure you can find some good deals over here on Marketplace somewhere to get it back into the hockey game.
Definitely, and Raior is working at the only ice hockey shop, so I'm sure he's getting some discounts there. So if you're Canadian and looking at coming to Auckland, check out Center Ice. See if they can hook you up with a job and some cheap gear.
Definitely bring your skates though. As Ollie Hay gets around Raior for the time being, a quick shot on from Ellis, but once again, no rebound from Grace Harrison.
Good job from Hay there just to absorb that hit and still make a play. But Harrison square to the shot, always lining herself up to take away the angle, and she's able to corral that puck and not give up a rebound.
Face-off won by the Admirals, but they better right out of the zone as Ellis is going to try taking into the zone. A little bit of a battle for the puck there. Unable to clear. Ellis has got it. Had Smith going to the net. Here comes Pettis to panic. Shot on a tough angle. Almost got it through. A rebound attempt by Atwell, but just went over the crossbar. Puck's going to stay in the zone. Stepanek with it now. Puck stolen by Smith. Good move on Simon. Here's Smith. Backhand shot, but didn't get much on it.
Yeah, Smith able to strip the puck there, but Grace Harrison, again, no rebound. We can see on the Rock action replay, just a little inside out on Simon and a backhand. Maybe didn't get as much as he'd want on that backhand. But nonetheless, a great stop from Harrison, and just another one for the night as she has made 15 stops to keep it a 4-0 game.
So the Botany Swarm looking extremely revitalized this season so far. It's been a few years coming. They've started to build some momentum over the last couple of seasons, but it's really looking good here so far. As Henry will try to get a tough shot off. That hits Sandoy. Once again, Henry working hard, wins the puck back for the Admirals. But Johnson will just bat that out of play, no icing. As Nash Haywood-Jones has it for the Admirals.
Yeah, it's good to see the Swarm having some success here early, especially building out from their net. They've got two solid goaltenders now with Matt Kennedy coming back. Some great defensemen, and it seems like everything's coming together for them here at the start of their season.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking to go 2-0 to start their season off. Why not? They're playing well, looking good.
And as we're just over halfway mark in this game, you've got to say the Botany Swarm are pretty firmly in the driver's seat and looking to take that 2-0 start to the season.
And Reed Cole's out there against Caleb Chamberlain.
Yeah, Reed Cole, someone we didn't see yesterday, along with Polizov, who you could argue is one of their most dangerous, if not their most dangerous weapon.
I'm sure that's been given to Peter Stepanek now.
We'll have to see till Polizov comes back.
And Harrison's going to have to jump on that one as it squirted out in front of the crease area.
No rebound from Harrison, as we see on the Rock action replay. A little bit of a fluff pass from Tueller, which is something you don't see that often from the Swiss defenseman. But Grace Harrison able to cover that puck up and prevent no scramble in front of the net. And Bryce, we see pretty even shots here, 17-16, but the score is quite different, which just reflects the quality of the goaltending for the Swarm, and I guess the quality of chances for them as well.
That's right, and the second line for the Swarm, definitely my favorite. Daigle with a shot, but hit traffic in front. Another attempt there. Rooney with a centering pass. Dixon unable to get anything on it. Chamberlain's going to try to go around the back. Working hard is Caleb Chamberlain. There's Rooney, gives it behind the net for Dixon. All passing lanes were absolutely shut then. As Daigle will bang it in deep. No one really knew he was doing that. As Caleb Chamberlain still out there working hard. He's got the puck on his stick. Couldn't get a pass off though, as the puck is going to come outside the zone.
Yeah, it looked like the Admirals trying to cycle there, but really difficult to cycle when you've got such big bodies in the Botany Swarm.
And here's Stepanek using that size to shield the puck. Kozak tried to do a little spinorama and get a quick shot off. Looking really skillful was that line for the Swarm.
And that's one of those things with the Swarm and having such big bodies. They're pretty content to play both open ice and on the wall. So really difficult for the Admirals here to play a cycling game, because that's probably the last place you want to find yourself, is in a board battle with someone like Peter Stepanek or Kozak right on your back.
As Whitson Lee's going to have it. Gives it down to Max Hill, who receives a hit there from Daig. Puck goes to the net, so Bielik's going to have to jump on that. And Zach Snowd getting his first shift of the game for the Swarm, it seems. But he will be going off now. So here's Allison Hopkinson once again. Smith just bangs it off the boards. No one chasing it. A quick shot on from Hopkinson.
A nice stick save there from Bielik just to direct that puck into the corner.
Ollie Hay finds a pass to Ellis. Ellis avoids a hit there from Voronov. A shot on from Ollie Hay. A rebound attempt by Smith. Once again, Harrison shutting the door.
Yeah, Harrison looking so calm in front of the net, making 2 saves back to back.
There's a good pass there from Ollie Hay. Nothing coming out of it here for the Admirals just yet. As time goes by, this deficit is going to be harder and harder to claw themselves back.
Yeah, but the game definitely not over with the West Auckland Admirals having so many offensive weapons. I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a comeback here.
And Bielik a little bit sluggish on there. Oh, Dalmansau almost pouncing on that, as Bielik didn't really have. Here's a shot from Pryor. That's blocked by Smith. There goes Smith. Shoots. Good stick in the lane there from Tula. We're going to get a penalty though. It's going to be Pryor for hooking.
And that's like that saying, defense becomes offense, where a good block by Riley Smith there on a bomb by Hryor. He's able to block it, direct it down the ice, and then draw a penalty as Hryor just racing to get back and deny him a breakaway opportunity.
So a good chance here for the Admirals to finally get on the board, as they're going to be up a man for 2 minutes.
It'll be good to see the Admirals start off on a power play, because it seemed like both their power play opportunities came off of a penalty that was expiring for the Swarm as well.
And the Swarm have done extremely well so far in this game to kill off all the penalties and limit the chances of the Admirals to only a few. As Dalmatau turns it over, he's got Caleb Chamberlain on him. Dalmatau using the body, shoots, and a good pad save there by Bialik. Had to come up strong there, did Bialik. Here's a shot from Chamberlain. And once again, no rebound there, as Harrison will cover that up.
As we can see here on the Rock action replay, the puck just getting away from Chamberlain, and Dalmatau getting an opportunity. But fortunate for Chamberlain not to have a call there, because that stick was definitely getting up and impeding Dalmatau, but the refs didn't see anything, and we will play on.
As Jonsson will clear that for the Swarm. That Hopkinson and Jonsson line for the PK for the Swarm has been brilliant so far in these 2 games.
Absolutely. It looks like both PK units just firing.
As Hayward Jones leaves it for Ellis, a one-time shot. Went left. As Smith will have it. Here's Daig. Smith shoots and blocked there by Tula. Stefan Tula, Swiss native, cool, calm as you like.
Yeah, and a solid penalty kill from Tula, as he was able to get that puck out of his zone.
Yeah, Jonsson and Hopkinson still on there, as Ollie Hayes going to try find a backhand pass to the front of the net, but a good stick there by Harrison. As Daig misses it behind the net. And a tripping coming up, Sandoy on Ollie Hay. Easy as you like to call that one.
And it looks like we'll see a 5-on-3 here with just under 30 seconds left. As we can see on the Rock action replay, it looks like Hay in the back of the net, and looks like the stick of Sandoy just gets in there. So the Admirals here with probably their best shot of the night to get a number on the board, as they go on a 5-on-3 with just under 30 seconds in that 5-on-3.
So it's going to be Atwell, Ryan McDonald, and Stefan Tula out there for the Swarm. They're going to have to go to work against Ellis, Smith, Hay, Daig, and Flynn Hayward-Jones. Here's Daig. Surely he get a shot off or give it to Smith.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Admirals play this.
There's Daig, one time, rocket of a shot, but right into the heart of Harrison.
And no rebound by Harrison. Like we've said all night, able to get square to the shot. We see here on the Rock action replay, Smith playing with it, and then to Daigle for the shot, and then just swallowed up by Harrison. And you'd wonder if the Admirals are just a little bit flustered here.
Here's Smith. Daig's at the midpoint. Back to Smith. He'll rip one. Deflected goal! Riley Smith with a deflected slap shot from the point. Finds its way to the back of the net. Looks like it might have hit Atwell.
Yeah, as we see on the Rock action replay, Smith just letting it go from the top of the circle. And it looks like that puck did change direction, as the shutout is over, and we'll see if the Admirals can get some momentum from this, as they still have just over 1:30 left on the man advantage.
So the Admirals finally in this game. Still down by 3 goals though. They probably need another one this period.
Well, you know what they say, the 3-0 lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey. It's statistically the most likely lead to get blown, so we'll see if that holds true here.
There's Alex Regan, rips one, and good save there from Harrison. No deflection on that one, could see that one all the way. As McLeish will lay the puck off there for Regan, gives it to Chamberlain. Caleb still with it. Still with it as Caleb Chamberlain finally gives it off to Andy Hart. A couple of options. Here's Regan. Rips one on and a great stick in the lane from Whitson Lee.
Yeah, Winston Lee just able to deny that, and it looked like a great defensive play because Harrison was still over on the other side of your goal as a sweet feed from Chamberlain almost connects into a goal.
And there's Regan gone for a skate. Ollie Hay with a shot and just misses. Good opportunity there for Ollie Hay. Couldn't find the back of the net.
Good keeping by Ellis there.
Ollie Hay with it, he'll give it over to Daig. Penalty about to expire, centering feed. Flynn Hayward-Jones unable to get a shot off though. Puck does come out, Sandoy is back on the ice.
And Sandoy almost straight out of the box into the puck.
You got to remember, you got to have 2 feet on the ice before you touch that thing.
Absolutely. That's a rule that can sneak up on even the best of players.
So we're back to even strength. Swarm trying to get something going as they've had to defend for the last 3 or so minutes.
Yeah, and I think if you're a West Auckland Admirals fan, you'd say that's a pretty successful power play, able to get one on the board and get a bit of momentum.
As Jonsson's going to take that into the blue. Goes around Daigle, try to get a tough angle shot off, hit a post, and Bialek tried to jump on that, but the puck does come away. Flynn Hayward-Jones just missing his man as Smith was in the zone early, so we'll have a offside on the play.
You see here on the Rock action replay, Jonsson just able to get around Daigle and chuck that puck to the front, and Hopkinson almost there to cash in. But we'll see here, Bryce, if the Botany Swarm can regain their composure, if the West Auckland Admirals can feed off the momentum of that power play goal. Just under 2 minutes left in the second.
As Harrison's going to have to cover that up as Henry was hot on the trails of Thula there. So they got my favorite line out there, do the Swarm, the check connection with Captain Atwell as the center.
Yeah, and Atwell doing a great job winning these face-offs as he wins one cleanly there to Sandoy.
Kozak unable to find Stepanek, but Nash Hayward-Jones unable to corral that nicely. Here's Stepanek. Showing a little bit of his speed and skill. As that one hit the ref's knee. Kozak finds Atwell really nicely. Atwell with a shot pad save there from Bialek. As Sestroni will find Smith. Here's Smith, shoots, and it's wide. And batted out of midair by Stepanek. No high stick apparently, so quick shot on. Harrison covers that.
And good job by Harrison to cover that because Sestrone was on the doorstep there, and if she had fumbled that, he would have been wide open for a tap-in. So with just over a minute left in the second, we see the Botany Swarm up 4-1 on the West Auckland Admirals. And what's been an absolute masterclass from goaltender Harrison.
And the refs are just going to have a quick discussion here as to a potential delay of game. As Daig's trying to give them a bit of influence.
And it looks like it was a deflection, so we won't see, oh no, we will see a delay of game here as Simon sits. And the West Auckland Admirals will get 57 seconds of power play time here in the second. And if you're a West Auckland Admiral, you love to get a goal here and get some momentum going into the dressing room to carry into the third period. So a really crucial penalty kill here for the Swarm and an even more important power play for the Admirals.
As Daig will give it over to Flynn Hayward-Jones, a shot on and a pad save by Harrison. Didn't come out either.
Yeah, no rebound from Harrison. Cool, calm, and collected, as we can see here on the Rock Action replay. Flynn Hayward-Jones just leaning all into that shot, but equal to the task is Grace Harrison as she swallows that up. No rebound. And it's so important as a goalie on the penalty kill to get those whistles so that you can get a change.
Sandoy knocking down Flynn Hayward-Jones there on a little battle as the Swarm clear that all the way. Oh no, Bialik tried to find a pass to one of his defensemen, but they knew nothing about it, and Hopkinson just a quick reflex shot, almost caught Bialik off guard.
And awkward drop pass there. Looks like kind of a delay in communication. And
so the Swarm are going to clear this once again as Sandoy is going to go for a little bit of a skate and just put it in deep, making Bialik make a stick save.
So it looks like time for one last rush here for the West Auckland Admirals.
Might not have enough time, but Smith's going to give it a go. Looking good, gets a shot off, and a glove stop there from Harrison. Another try in front, but Daigle unable to get a clean shot off.
Yeah, nice move there by Smith. Dirty little toe drag at the line.
Yeah, pretty exciting second period. Couple of goals, you know, Admirals are definitely back in this one. You know, they're going to have to regroup. They've got about a minute 03 left on the power play, so they're going to come out, try to get a goal, be only down by 2, so they're 100% still in this game, Sam.
Absolutely, and it's really crucial for the Admirals. They do have that minute of power play time on a fresh sheet of ice, so that puck's going to be able to move around a lot better, be able to get some more crisp passes going. So look for the Admirals to come out firing here in the third and really capitalize on that extra man opportunity to make this game more even. But Bryce, you can't say enough about Grace Harrison in net for the Swarm. You'd think after the performance of Matt Kennedy that we wouldn't be up here talking about how a goalie's stolen another game so far, but here we are, Grace Harrison making 26 saves to keep this a 4-1 game. It doesn't look like she's slowing up anytime soon.
And another thing, just not giving out rebounds for guys coming on, crashing the net. So that's really a huge thing. You don't give enough rebounds out, people aren't going to score on you as much.
Absolutely, and especially on the penalty kills here with Grace Harrison, able to cover that puck up and get those whistles means that the Swarm are able to get fresh people on the ice every time, and that's been crucial in why they're able to kill off so many penalties effectively.
Absolutely. Well, we'll take a quick break here, ladies and gentlemen, and be back shortly for period 3 action.
Kia ora, everyone. I'm here with Matt Kennedy and Matt Kennedy Jr. Matt, how are you enjoying the game tonight?
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a pretty physical weekend, eh?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, after the back of such an amazing goaltending performance from yourself last night, we thought it couldn't get any better, but Grace Harrison just standing on her head tonight. What do you make of her performance?
The dynamic duo is back. Like, watch out. Watch out. She's playing amazing tonight. 27 shots already, 1 goal on a 5-on-3. Boys just got to stay out of the box, I think. We're getting pretty good at spending time in the box. Maybe let's try and play a period 5-on-5 would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe getting a little bit too comfortable. But Grace Harrison, great rebound control, obviously making a huge difference. And I have to say, with you and Grace Harrison, obviously a world of experience with you guys. What's it like having a younger goaltender in Connor Parr that you're able to kind of pass on that knowledge to?
It's amazing having these young guys come up and just watching the growth of them. We have a lot of skills Tuesdays, and we get to do a lot of post integration stuff, and it's really good for the young guys. And you just see the talent in this league's growing every year, and having young guys like Connor and Caleb Price coming up soon, like the future's bright, especially in net. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can see both teams loaded with young talent this year, and it seems like maybe a bit of a changing of the guard. Now, I got one more question for you, Matt. I know that you're heavily involved in AIHA. What do you have to say to anybody who's maybe listening, who's keen to get involved in ice hockey? Where do they start?
Yeah, well, hockey's probably one of the fastest growing sports in New Zealand right now, and it's pretty easy now for, sponsors or people that want to get out there and get their businesses out there. We've got a lot of new options this year, a lot of cheaper options of getting involved and just helping out. We're a charitable organization. We're all about the growth of our kids out there. Our Learn to Play program's growing every week by 10 kids. It's crazy. We're almost running out of ice right now. So get your kids along down to the ice, or down to one of these stadiums. It's an exciting time to be a part of ice hockey, that's for sure.
Perfect. And are we going to see young Matt Kennedy here in net, or is he going to be donning
Not
a
a chance.
skates?
I want this kid to have a chance with his mental health when he's older. You're going to be a right shot defenseman, aren't you, Arthur? Yeah? Can you say yes? No, you can't say nothing anyway.
You heard it here first, folks. Right shot defenseman Matt Kennedy, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, cheers, buddy. See you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the west side of Auckland here at Paradise Avondale. The Botany Swarm are leading the West Auckland Admirals 4-1. Admirals still very, very much in this game. If you're just joining us, welcome in. I'm Bryce Rouse alongside Sam Nemirov. What are the Admirals got to do, bro, to get back in?
I'm not sure. It kind of comes down to what does Grace Harrison have to do to let one in, because right now, and you heard in that interview from Matt Kennedy, she is just standing on her head. Great rebound control, and it seems like every shot that comes through, she's square to it, and she's just not giving anything up. So I think if you're the Admirals, you can't really change up too much in your game. You are leading in the shot department, but you just got to hope that Grace Harrison doesn't play this period like she's played the last two.
Absolutely, and if you're an Admirals fan, your team's got to get going for the rest of this the power play, because they know the Swarm are definitely going to be coming back and putting some pressure on their goalie very soon, so they're going to have to look out for that.
Absolutely, and I think that that's a key thing for the Admirals here, is that they do start this period on a power play. So they've got about a minute of power play time on a fresh sheet of ice. That puck's going to be moving a lot quicker and make those passes a lot easier. So we'll look to see if the Admirals can capitalize and get one up on the Swarm and use that momentum to carry them into the third and tie this game up.
That's right, 27 shots to 23 in favour of the Admirals this far.
And we see Dalmatau taking the center position for this penalty kill, so a lot of trust in their young sophomore who's shown no fear playing with these big boys in his second season of NZIHL action.
And just a random fact, it is actually Ollie Hayes' birthday today, so happy birthday to him. Hopefully he can get a goal for his team, get something going.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a birthday present?
As Alice will give it up to Daig at the point. Just loses it though. Puck will come out. He's going to have to track back.
Uncharacteristic of Justin Daig to lose it at the point.
As Smith will give it over to Alice. Tried to put it behind the net, but kind of whiffed on it. Still worked out as Ollie Hay gives it back to him. Here's Smith to Daig. Will get it back. Daig with a one-time hit Dalmatau in front.
Yeah, Dalmatau nice in that lane there and able to block the shot of Justin Daig. So no fear from Dalmatau to stand in front of one of those shots.
As Daig will track that. He's got Flynn Hayward-Jones.
Just clipped there by McDonald.
As Sandoy will receive a good hit there from Ollie Hay. And try to find a centering pass. It's in the air. Vespa tried to put it down.
It looks like both the Admirals player and the Swarm player not really too concerned about the puck, more concerned about taking the other player down there.
So the penalty is expired. Back to even strength. Swarm doing extremely well on the penalty kills in this game. And it's going to be an icing, so the Swarm are going to have a face-off down their end.
Yeah, as we see in the Rock action replay here, just able to feed that puck from the point, but Dalmatau, nice job on the penalty kill, and you can see why the coach trusts him in that position, is he's able to fill the lane real nicely and prevent the shot from getting through to Grace Harrison.
So here's McLeish, finds his other defensive partner Regan, who's unable to clear, as Vordonov's going to bat that in. Jonsson's going to be the first one over to it.
Yeah, maybe the Admirals just feeling a bit of pressure here, a bit of urgency, as they've seemed to not be as crisp with the puck as they're used to here in the start of the third.
And Simon's going to bat that up on the far side. Puck will go out. Regan trying to find Sestroni. It will be an icing as he didn't get a touch on the play.
Yeah, and it looks like the Admirals here are just maybe overhandling the puck a little bit, as it seems to be hopping off their blade. It's not something that we're used to seeing, as the Admirals are usually so good at moving that puck around. We'll see if they can steady the nerves a little bit. We'll look to their coach, maybe calm things down and say, hey, we're only down by 3 goals. We've got heaps of time. We can still do this.
Stepanek, quick shot, scores! Petar Stepanek off the face-off, just absolutely roofs it past Bielik.
Absolute missile. We see here on the Rock action replay. with a great face-off win by Atwell, and Stepanek wasting no time to rip it top corner. And Atwell has been so good in the dot tonight, and it really comes in handy for a team when you can just get control, get possession right off the bat like that.
So Stepanek looks like he's got about 5 points in his first 2 games here.
Welcome to the country, Peter Stepanek.
And that's actually his hat-trick here tonight too, Sam, believe it or not.
Wow, so no hats on the ice as it is an away hat trick, but I'm sure that we'll see many more of those. Maybe some hats in the Hive next time they're at home.
There's that line still out there. Kozak trying to put it in. Here's Stepanek. He's got Atwell going to the net. Atwell tries to get a shot off, but Barbielek doing well. Actually lost his stick.
Yeah, good job from Barbielek, just able to go post to post there, tracking that puck and deny Atwell. As a nice feed from Stepanek, obviously not just a goal scorer.
Yeah, he can really set up a goal as well. Here he is, speak of the devil, quick shot, tough angle shot, but Bielek sees that all the way. He's got an absolute rocket on him, whether it be a wrist shot, snap shot, or a slapper.
We can see here on the Rock action replay, just a great job of that check line, able to establish a forecheck, and you see Kennedy cough it up from the pressure from Kozak, and that leads to a great scoring opportunity from Stepanek as he's able to rifle a shot with no traffic in front on Bielek.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this, Sam, but I think Michael Atwell's actually taken up some Czech language lessons to try speak the language of his teammates Andre and Peter.
You gotta think that he's gonna be doing something to get involved, because these three are really laying it down here for the Botany Swarm.
Puck comes out as Daigle's gonna have to hustle back. He's got Max Hill prowling on him. Flynn Hayward-Jones gives up to Henry. He bats that in. Dalmatau able to clear. So the Admirals looking at a 5-1 deficit at the moment.
A little bit of confusion there by the Swarm bench as they maybe didn't know who was supposed to be on the ice, but it doesn't look like we're going to see any call here.
As the faceoff will be on the Admirals' side.
We'll see Vesper taking the face-off here. Been a little quiet this game, and with the offensive weapons that he has, you wouldn't be surprised to see him put one up here.
As Regan puts on the brakes as he enters the zone. Able to go around Tula, trying to find a centering pass to Henry. Couldn't get a shot off. McLeisha shot, but Harrison sees that all the way.
And no rebound from Harrison again. And that is one of the key reasons why it's 5-1. As we see on the Rock action replay, good job from Regan to get the puck deep and feed it out front. But an even better stick there from the Botany Swarm player, Vortinov, to make sure that didn't end up in the slot and become an even more dangerous scoring opportunity.
So that was strange. I just saw Richie Hopkinson on that face-off draw actually do it left-handed, but Stroney has a shot and misses everything up high, hits the glass behind. It's going to go all the way down to the defensive end. But yeah, just back on that point, Richie Hopkinson did the face-off as a left-hander just before.
Well, Richie Hopkinson, definitely one of the students of the game who appreciates the finer things, and maybe switching up the grip there just to get a bit of an advantage in the face-off dot. As the Botany Swarm have seen a lot of success here in the face-off dot, and that's one of the reasons why they've been able to control the puck so well and be up so much in the score.
So the Swarm have got their fourth line out there, which is a very strong fourth line, if I do say so myself.
You'd be pretty happy with that fourth line if you were any team in the league.
Absolutely. Here's Ben Taylor with a bit of speed. He gives up to Moses. Moses with a quick shot. That misses everything. They try to bat it in deep, but unable to. Puck's still in the zone. still there as Ryan McDonald hit one of his teammates on the clearance attempt. As Koptev will come the other way for the Swarm. He'll put one on net.
And Dima Koptev getting his first shift in of the game. Just able to get it deep, go for a change.
And we've got a whistle on the play. It's going to be Freihor for hooking. So that'll be the second hooking penalty of the game.
He looks on in disbelief. And maybe a breath of life here for the West Auckland Admirals as they go up on the power play, but not a lot of success on the power play tonight.
As Flynn Hayward-Jones tries to keep that in, which he does. Finds Ellis.
Nice keep in from Hayward-Jones with a foot.
Ellis will give it to the point. There's Smith with a shot. Bit of traffic in front. Looks like it came off a skate.
Yeah, looking for that deflection again.
Here's Daig. Gives it to Ellis. Shoots on. Pad save there, but and a goal! Flynn Hayward-Jones on the rebound as Harrison made a pad save.
As we see here on the Rock action replay, a quick shot from Ellis, and Hayward-Jones in what appears to be almost a perfect identical copy of his goal last night is able to pick up the loose change. And Bryce, that's exactly what the Admirals are going to have to do if they want to come back in this, is just get pucks to the net and have multiple bodies parked out front to try and pick up that loose change, because in the odd chance that Harrison does pick up let go of a rebound, she's very difficult to beat clean.
Yeah, that's right, Sam. Still 3 goals to go, though, for the Admirals to try tie this up. A lot of work to do.
Absolutely, but sometimes it just has to start with one.
Here's Ellis. He'll give it to the point. Flynn Hayward-Jones with a shot, and a up top save there by Harrison. Puck's behind the net and Daig's stick. Here's Ellis. Gives it over to Flynn. Shot on, misses everything. Up to the point again. That one's put in deep for Ollie Hay to try get to, but he was unable to corral that. And good hit on Riley Smith from Sandoy.
Oh, and an unlucky bounce there for Stepanek, looking for his 4th of the game, as that would have been a 2-on-0 had he been able to corral that one. But we can see the Admirals here with a bit of life left after scoring that goal. And we'll see if they can cash in a quick one here.
Here's Stepanek, leaves it on for Dalmatel. A couple of lefties linking up as Dalmatel just loses his footing. Got up though and gave it on to Stepanek. Centering past Whitson Lee, but it was just on the other side of his preferred stick. As Smith's going to gain the zone, got a pass, but a good stick in the lane from Ryan McDonald. As Alex Regan's brushed up on the boards there by Ryan McDonald.
McDonald not afraid to throw that body around.
Definitely not. As Regan was saying a few words there to Ryan McDonald, as gave him a little push after whacking the puck away from the stick.
Well, look to see this game open way up as the Admirals press for a goal.
Here's Sestroni. Couldn't get a shot off as Sandoy was pressuring them. Swarm do get it out. Here's Whitson Lee. He's one-on-one with McLeish. Tries to go through him, but McLeish won't be having any of that.
Yeah, slick hands from Winston Lee, but McLeish knowing that and just eyes on the chest the entire way and able to body up and prevent him from getting through and making that into a dangerous scoring opportunity. As we see here on the Rock action replay, Winston Lee, slick hands, but McLeish not interested in that puck at all, just watching the center of his chest, able to see that all the way and take away that chance.
And that's the experience we talk of with Gary McLeish. When you're playing a full contact league and you're one-on-one, oh, look at that. Taylor Kennedy is going to go for, looks like head-on-head contact it might be.
Yeah.
So
we have a look here on the replay. It looks like Janssen just coming down and maybe catching him low. Didn't look like it was intentional, but he'll sit for 2 anyways. And that's a tough break if you're a West Auckland Admirals fan, as they really need to be here at even strength and not on the penalty kill, as they're down by 3 goals.
And there's that line out there for the Swarm now, Stepanek in that defensive role for the power play.
Yeah. But we also see McDonald on the ice as well, which is interesting. Definitely looking for a bit more of a physical presence for them.
Stepanek with a one-time shot, but fans on that. Would have been a tough angle shot, but a quick one nonetheless. Kozak gives it to the point. Here's Sandoy with a shot, a deflection in front. As Kozak will find Stepanek, but unable to corral that as the pass was still in the air.
Yeah, it just looked like it skipped over his stick there.
And Mason Kennedy out there making a nuisance of himself as Stepanek's going to have it on the near side.
And this is the advantage of that Swarm line being so big.
It's Kozak with a shot blocked in front by Smith.
They're just able to cycle the puck and be content to play it along the boards, and they seem like they just come up with the puck every time.
And Sandoy does well to keep that in. No, he doesn't though. Have to see the replay of that.
Sandoy in disbelief that that's being called an offsides. But a lucky break for the West Auckland Admirals, as we'll get a face-off outside their zone, but quick to go into their zone.
As Vordanov gives it to the point, and Luke Simon, who just puts it in deep. Flynn Hayward-Jones is going to try clear the zone. Swarm do keep it in. Here's Hopkinson with a shot. A blocker save there by Bialik. Tula finds Jonsson, who tried to go through Daigle, but a good pinch there by the captain. As the Australian will just dump that one in deep. Grace Harrison stops it.
So with just over halfway in the third period, with the West Auckland Admirals down by 3.
Here's Jonsson, who tripped over the blue line.
Yeah, you got to watch out for the blue line.
Yeah, I
it's a bit of a dirty player, that one.
Sometimes the halfway line can get you too.
Oh, yeah.
Heck, even the goal line might come and try to get you sometimes.
They're all dangerous. There's no safe areas out here on the ice.
As Vordanov keeps that in for the Swarm, Dalmatau with it. Taylor Kennedy out of the box, so we're back to even strength. As Jonsson will have it, he'll rip one, but that was a tough angle shot. Bialik had all corners covered.
It's really interesting to see Jonsson and Dalmatau out here together. I would say they're two quite similar players, both high skill, maybe not the biggest guys, but definitely great hands and great creativity out there. So we'll see if they can connect and make something happen.
And works really hard on the back check too. Caleb Chamberlain with a shot and a good save there by Harrison.
Yeah, great perseverance there from Chamberlain, as it looks like he's going to get another opportunity here.
Yeah, just broken up though. Too many players to get through.
And frustrated as he goes to the bench.
As Max Hill will put that in deep. Reed Cole's going to be first there. He's brushed off by McLeish, and then Ellis will come in as well. And Ollie Hay unable to clear.
Good, strong forecheck here for the Swarm.
Here's Raior. Gives it to Stepanek. Oh, wow. You couldn't even see the puck then. That was...
Taking a look here on the Rock action replay, a great forecheck feed, then comes up to feed Kobe, who then goes over to Stepanek, just absolutely rifling one off. Great reaction from Bialik just to see that and direct it out of play.
I feel sorry for anyone who's got to stand in front of that type of shot.
Oh, yeah.
Atwell trying to make a nuisance by trying to screen the goalie. He did get a pass, but it was on a pretty tough angle to get a redirect.
Yeah, smart play.
As Smith will try to turn on the Jets a bit and then slow down. Look at the puck control from Smith. It just, the head's up the whole time and he's just dangling.
Just dancing with it.
And a good snuff out there by Daigle, as Stepanek would have had a good opportunity to go for it. As Flynn Hayward-Jones has to come tidy up as the panic was hot on his heels. Kozak will gain the zone. Really going full force are the Swarm, you know.
Yeah, relentless on the forecheck, and that's just something that's worked for them. It's made it very difficult for the West Auckland Admirals to break out of their zone and get any type of possession going.
As Regan will try to put a shot on and snuffed up by Harrison.
And once again, Grace Harrison says no way. Snags that with no rebound. And it just seems like you can't fault the Swarm game at all right now, as they're up 5-2 with under half of a period left to play.
Vordanov tried to find a little saucy pass over to Hopkinson, but was just in front. Sestroni loses his stick. Swarm are going to clear the zone for the time being. Vordanov trying to get past McLeish, which he does. Vordanov scores! Vordanov working extra hard to get through Gary McLeish.
As we can see on the Rock action replay, Vortanov just able to strip that puck from McLeish, come down and put it far side post and in on Barbialek. Great hustle and great effort from Vortanov, who's just such a quick skater and so strong on the puck. Just able to strip that puck from McLeish with no problem and put it in for a 6-2 lead for the Botany Swarm. And you've got to be thinking, if you're the West Auckland Admirals coach, what changes do we have to make to get a bit more momentum, as we have just over 7 minutes left to play in the third period.
And that fourth line of the Swarm back out there, Koptev, Cole, and Marcus McDonald.
So a young gun line with Koptev and McDonald, two young players with a bright future ahead of them. Centered by the veteran Reed Cole.
Here's Koptev, just unable to corral that, but they're still in the zone, now the Swarm, but losing his footing was Cole, so they're going to come the other way in the form of Hart. Dodges a big hit there from Ryan McDonald. And Sebastian Chamberlain just fallen over. Here comes Marcus oh, big hit there, should be charging. Got to be something. Mason Kennedy fully left his feet to nail the 16-year-old there.
Yeah, as we see on the Rock action replay, Mason McDonald just caught with his head down. Mason Kennedy coming up, probably hit him a little bit high there.
Probably not charging, just a high hit.
You got to wonder, if you're Mason McDonald, you come to school tomorrow, you go into what, year 12, all bruised up. Your classmates are asking you what happened. You said, oh, I just got wrecked by a 28-year-old man on the ice. Not something most year 12s are able to say, that's for sure.
So it's going to be 5-on-4 here in favor of the Botany Swarm, looking to add to this 4-goal lead they've got at the moment, and very well deserved as well. As Kozak will find Ryan McDonald. Pass up to the point, here's Sandoy. Stepanek, and a shot there. Daigle just getting a stick in the lane and taking the bite out of that shot.
Daigle getting a stick from Ellis there, as that shot from Stepanek shatters his one.
And Sandoy just losing it.
And Daigle playing with opposite side stick, it looks like, to what he's used to.
Well, could have been a good chance there for Smith. He might still get it. Sandoy just getting back in time. There's a man going in the slot area, but no pass came to Ellis. And here's the panic. Still with it. They'll just wrap it around for Kozak.
Looks like all cylinders firing here for the power play of the Botany Swarm.
And a blocker save there. Stepanek with a shot.
A good block shot there.
There's Simon with a shot too, blocked in front by Flynn Hayward-Jones. Smith doing well to clear the zone there.
Little reverse hit there by Regan.
Vordanov's there to clean up for the Swarm. He started off his season pretty well, has Vordanov.
Yep, 3 goals in 2 games so far. You got to be pretty happy if you're Robin Vordanov for the start.
As Alex Regan was looking to nail Thurler there, but he saw that coming from a few meters away. Bouncing puck, Vordanov. He's bullied out of the zone there by Regan, who comes away with the puck as well. Tries to go around, but just loses his footing, so Hopkinson will clear. Receives a hit from one of his old friends, Sestroni.
And we'll return to 5-on-5 action as Mason Kennedy exits the box. His brother Taylor Kennedy with the puck now. So a lot of brothers on this team for the West Auckland Admirals.
Yeah, it's normally the Swarm with all the brothers, but none yet, as Ollie Hay is now playing for the Admirals, and the 2 McDonalds for the Swarm are non-related.
And not that we know of, or they know of.
There's Taylor Kennedy. Shot on, stopped by Max Hill. Looks like could have come off the forearm there. Centering pass, Rooney unable to get anything on it, and Max Hill will just try to dump that down. Not a
Good job by Hill to get in the lane and block that shot. That's been something that the Botany Swarm have been really good at all game, is getting in front of the puck, getting in those lanes and redirecting the shots, or even better yet, blocking them away from.
Here comes Kozak. He'll shoot, and a good glove save there from Bialik. As Luke Simon will have it, gives it over to Sandoy. Try to find Kozak, but it's gone over to Peter Stepanek. Here's Atwell, just fans on the shot. Moses tripped, tried to plead his case that he got tripped, but then he kind of fell over again, so that was, here's Stepanek. Oh, couldn't get it. Kozak, Stepanek.
What a save by Barbialik, reaching out and denying Kozak, who looked like he had a sure goal there.
So the Swarm are definitely going to take this one out, but I'm sure the Admirals are going to give it their all to the bitter end. Could see a few hits start to fly as Ellis gets a shot.
Absolutely, especially on a home crowd, you know, you never want to give up.
Here's Daigle. Couldn't get a shot off though as he was tripped.
So it looks like we'll see a penalty here. And the Admirals will finish up this game on the man advantage. As Atwell goes to the box again, looks like it's going to be interference is the call.
Must have been a little bit off the play. I didn't catch that one. Pretty even shot so far.
Yeah, even shots, but again, the goaltending just making all the difference with Grace Harrison following up from that stellar performance by Matt Kennedy. And just absolutely putting to bed any hopes of a West Auckland Admirals win and comeback here, it would seem.
So that fantastic penalty killing unit of Hopkinson and Johnson as the forwards out there again with Ryan McDonald and Thula. Here's Flynn Hayward-Jones, a shot on, a redirect in front from Ollie Hay, but just went over the crossbar and up into the netting.
Yeah, no luck with those redirections. Not too much ability to aim on them, but it seems like every redirection they get goes out of play. As you can see on the Rock Action replay, that puck coming off the stick of Hayward-Jones and hitting Ollie Hay, but just deflecting out of play.
Here's Day, you'll just have to put that one in deep. Swarm players the first there, and they're able to clear all the way as well. They'll get a few players change as Dalmatau and Whitson Lee come on. And a poor pass there from Daigle, but Smith does well to get the puck back.
Yeah, it's not something you say every day at Daigle.
As Daigle will have it. Backhand pass, but good catch there from Harrison as she's been brilliant all game.
Yeah, Harrison just denying that pass as we see on the Rock action replay. Daigle streaking down in the zone. A nice backhand saucer pass on the doorstep, but denying it is Grace Harrison. And she's just, it seems, made all the right plays, all the right decisions tonight. You cannot fault anything that she's done.
There's Smith with a shot, blocked in front by someone. As Daigle settles the puck down here at the point. Gives it to Smith one time, fans on it, had to make a blocker save was Harrison.
Didn't look like Smith got everything he'd want on that one.
Definitely not as it fluttered through the air. There's Daig. Shot on and blocked once again in front.
Looks like his own man blocked that one.
It's a little bit of a battle here on the near side for the puck. About 6 skaters there at one point. As Moses will give it to Ellis. Here's Daig. Another shot on. Whitson Lee with a good stick in the lane, and they're able to clear, so the Admirals are going to have to touch up.
And again, the Botany Swarm doing a great job staying in front of the players in the lane, especially on the penalty kill, and denying that shot from getting through to Grace Harrison.
Here's Smith, who's been out there for a long time. So is Daig. Here's Regan. He shoots, and that's deflected up into the netting with 26 seconds to go. And Regan looking a little bit annoyed here lately as he's received a few hits back and forth from some players recently.
And you got to see the frustration here from the Admirals. As it seems like everything they've tried has just ended nothing to show for. With less than a minute left here in the third, we'll see if the West Auckland Admirals can put one up on the board here in an offensive zone draw. Max Vesper winning that one nicely.
It's good to see the Swarm playing very physical hockey this season, something they have lacked in a few years. Here's McLeish though, tried to get a shot on, looks like he missed everything. As Atwell puts a hit on Regan, and Vesper will try and go after Atwell, and we're going to get a whistle. A little bit of a tussle down here on the near side, good to see.
And it looked like Atwell just came out of the box and maybe clipped Regan in a little bit of an interference play. But we'll see if any penalties come out of this. And with 3.4 seconds left, you'd think that the refs are just keen for the clock to run down. And both teams are looking forward to getting off the ice and settling this game without any more disruptions.
And Sestroni showing how well he can pick up the puck to give it to the ref there.
Yeah, an underrated skill there, being able to pick up the puck to the ref. Always looks cool, especially in beer league. You can pick that puck up. Every one of the 5 spectators in the stands loves that one.
As Raiho will rip a shot and Bialik makes a save. Late hit on Raiho from Kennedy. We've got a brawl going here now. Could be a good one. Helmet comes off on Raiho. No punches being thrown at the moment, but it was a late hit, it seemed, on Raiho.
It looks like cooler heads will prevail here as both teams are going to call this one, hopefully with nothing more.
Yeah, things have settled down, but I think the refs might have something to talk about quickly.
Yeah, definitely some frustration here from the Admirals players. And a bit of a late shot there by a Swarm player in a 6-2 game. Probably wasn't taken very nicely by the West Auckland Admirals player. But at the end of the day, they'll line up, shake hands. The Admirals salute their fans who, even though didn't get the result they were after, still here. Avondale faithful cheering them on.
Yeah, that's right, but the Swarm kicking off their season with 2 big wins here away in the west side of Auckland, so you can probably see them if they start to get more momentum. They're probably going to be a tough system to stop eventually.
Absolutely, a big exclamation mark here for the Swarm in their season opener. As they say, we're here to play. We shake hands at center ice. Hard-fought battle for both teams, Bryce, but it looks like goaltending was the main difference here in the series as the Botany Swarm goalies put up 2 stellar performances and are able to take the win off the West Auckland Admirals at home in both instances.
Yeah, absolutely, and now the Admirals have lost 3 in a row, so they're going to have to bounce back fast if they're trying to get some points here to obviously get that at least a 3rd spot come playoff time. But the Swarm looking really, really good, Sam. I'm very impressed. They're playing physical hockey. Their passes are crisp, tape to tape. Good to see, and they're always working hard on the back check, coming back, helping out in defense, and then going forward as a unit. Good to see.
Definitely. Those new additions and especially the development of some of their younger players, I think, combined have really given this club a step up on the competition. And they look like they're rejuvenated this year, and they're ready to compete seriously.
And they'll be going at it again next week over in East Auckland, Botany Paradise. They'll be taking on the Phoenix Thunder. Phoenix Thunder lost their 2 games this weekend, against the Stampede. So they're going to be looking to bounce back. Swarm are going to obviously try gain momentum. So could be another great matchup next weekend, to be honest.
Absolutely, and we'd just like to take a minute to thank our sponsors, Pure NZ Spring Water, Hart Electrical, Dynasty Sport, and coming on this year, which is so grateful, The Rock 90.2. Go and check them out if you don't already. The Rock giving us those awesome action replay highlights.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, here at Paradise Avondale. I've been your host, Bryce Rouse, alongside Sam Nemirov. We've had a lot of fun, and I know you have too, so get on down to Paradise Botany next weekend, see some more New Zealand Ice Hockey League action. Farewell and good night.